Hello, loves. Welcome to our Photoshop class. We want to help you get ready for tonight's class, so here's how to get set up. First of all, answer your homework quiz available at the back end of the course. Secondly, make sure to download and extract the zip file for tonight's class. Make sure to install the fonts provided before opening the PSD in Photoshop. Have your second screens ready so that you can follow along and share your screen if you need help. It's that easy. So if you completed all the steps, drop a 100 in the chat. If you're just observing, meaning you'll only be listening, drop us a 4 in the chat. For our class, we want to remind everyone to 1, make sure that you're set up and ready before the class starts. Also, make sure you click Meeting Group Chat on the chat drop-down so that everyone can see your messages, okay? And also, please make sure you turn off your camera for faster process in Photoshop. And lastly, be sure to keep those mics muted unless the coach calls on you to participate. And also remember, it's very important, do not start working in the template. We must move together as a class so that no one should be working ahead during the class. Thank you all for your cooperation and enjoy the class.
What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Before we get started with class tonight, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick demo of the template tonight. I know that our Craft to Quick crew will be more than likely. Thank you so much. I know our Craft to Quick crew will more than likely be remixing this one based on some things from AI class number 45 and 46. So I want to go ahead and do a demo so that those that want to move faster after we are completed with class tonight, we'll have some tips at the end where I will show you all how to do an advanced technique for changing the color on some intricate designs. So for now, I'm going to do the quick flip, and then after class, I will show you all a couple of advanced techniques that I think you all would really appreciate. All right, so for this one, you all were really interested in doing a bandana design or a scarf design. So what we have here is our base design, and then we have the bows that we created in AI. So very simply, we're just going to change out the accent image here. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to use the photo image here. You can turn it off for now because we're just primarily focused on the bows, but I wanted you to know that this is a bonus feature. In order to add the photos, you can add a photo in the center here. This would be appropriate for if you're using more of the full scarf or folding it into quarters. And then for me, I like to use the photo down here because this one would allow you to wrap it around the neck as like a triangular bandana. It also allows you to use this as like a head wrap, and this would be the tail or the middle piece of the head wrap. So that would be your focal part of the image. And then usually you're going to fold it diagonally right about here for a head wrap. So then you have that nice, beautiful medallion design in the middle of your forehead. And then you have the feature image on the back. And the feature image could be a mascot. It could be a loved one. It could even be one of your cartoon images, as I'll show you in just a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with this design. It's really simple. I'm going to go up to the top here and change out our accent 1 here. And you'll be able to do File, Place Embedded. I gave you all some sample images here. And just to give you some ideas, these all came from our AI class 46, where we created, I believe, over 5,000 bows. So if you want to not have to make these bows from scratch, Here are about 40, almost 50 of them that we created in class. So I want you to choose one of these, because what you're going to do is use the colors to pick from this bow, and you're going to recolor your bandana image. So for this one, I'll choose this pink and blue. And I can drag and drop it over, or I can do file, place, embedded. Did not mean to do that. Let me make that full screen. I'm working on my little screen here, y'all. There we go. So I can drag and drop it over. And where's my pink and blue? There it is. That's the drag and drop method. Once you bring it over, go ahead and turn the eyeball off for the one underneath. If you want to do the file, place, embedded method, we would go file, place, embedded. And I'm going to go to my sample image folder, go up here to view large icons. And then for this one, I could go ahead and put in that fall bow. And I'll go ahead, I'll start with the fall one. Make sure none of your image is hanging off the edge there, because it will clip it whenever you close this out. So when I close out here, I'm going to hit yes to save. All right, and that'll go ahead and place the bows in the corner for me, which sets the stage for my colors here. So I'm going to zoom in here and grab two colors. So I'll grab my color picker tool. I'm going to grab my orange color, and then this kind of burnt orange color here will be my secondary color. So for color number 2, I'll double click on color number 1, I'll double click, duplicate the layer up top. And then here I'm going to go to my swatches and choose my standard orange color. I'll close out and hit yes to save those changes. All right, so now we see that my color number 1 is updated. I'll do the same thing for color number 2. I'm going to choose the darker color here. Let me duplicate this layer and change that to my rusty orange there. All right, and now I'm going to have to do a little bit of color adjustment, because some of my levels are a little bit different here. So for the secondary color, I'm going to put this here. Usually I like black and white for these two lines here. It just depends on how my image looks. So I have a custom color here if you want to kind of create something in between. Maybe you don't want to exactly do a black and white. Maybe you want to do a gold color, or potentially even like a off-white color here. But I'm just going to go ahead and use the rusty orange there, my color number 2. And here is where I say we can change the color of the intricate part of the graphic. Now, I've already done this step of mapping out which part of the design is going to change colors. And as you can see, it changes based on the smart colors in here. And then you can also adjust it based on the levels. So if I want it to be a little bit lighter, I can turn on my lighter levels, double click here, and I'm just going to shift my bar until I get about the orange that I want, which I don't want it too dark, but I also don't want it that light. I think this is good right here. And then I'll change the bow design out for something that's going to have more of a silver tone to it. And I'll show you how you can change this gold tone to a silver tone, or even like a darker gold. So for my subject image here, like I said, you don't need a subject image, but I left some ideas here for from the last class where we did AI 45. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this football design in there. And before I close out of it, I'm going to save and then just toggle over, make sure my football is in a good location. I feel like it needs to raise up just a little bit. And I'd rather raise it up in here than change it on my file, on my 286 file, because I want it to basically stay in the same place no matter what subject image I put here. All right, so that looks good there. And like I said, this is just like an accent type of image. If I want to, I can put this in all of the corners, but I just found it looks like a little too much, and I could still have this as a regular scarf by folding in the football side, or I can make it my football emphasis scarf by folding in the opposite edge and highlighting the football image. So I'm just giving a little versatility to this product, as I think you will be able to demonstrate whenever you start offering this product to your clients. All right, so for this one, I am going to show you, just like we did last time in the 285 class, we changed out the color of the blue and even the yellow here. So I'll double click on the hue saturation. I'm going to grab the blues here and I'm just going to shift them. Oh, I got to turn it on. Oh, this is the wrong one, is it? It is. I'm going to turn these two off. And then this is also if you wanted that image to be in the middle, you can place it there. All right, so I'm going to recolor this image. And as you can see, it's up here at the top. And then what I can do is once I get it in place, I can actually replace the images here for photo one. So just watch what I'm talking about here. So this is giving me my reference. I'm going to go back into it, go back to my blues. And I'm changing my hues because I want more of that orange color. I just want it to be like fall football. Maybe it does represent like the Texans or something like that. It does have an orange, so I'm getting close to where my oranges are. I'm going to crank up my saturation so I can see where there's orange or pink. Bring down my lightness here. And I'm going to grab my cyans because my cyans are playing into this color too. Now, I don't expect in this one for you all to change the colors of the football helmet because we did that last class. I'm just showing you that those skills that you are learning, you're building on those skills because now I'm able to use them in this scarf design. All right, so that changed my orange up a little bit there. Also, if I wanted to change up my yellows, let me touch on the yellows there. And let's just say for the yellows, I wanted to lighten it up a little bit because I want to match the gold that's already in my design. See how I lightened it up a little bit? And then I brought down the saturation. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and save this. All right, and once I have this one saved, now I can update this particular helmet to here. All right, and now I'm going to quick export as PNG this graphic. Just so I have my photo one there. And this is now just a reference. I'll turn this one off. And double click on photo one now. And this is where I can file place embedded. And then I can put this one here instead. All right, and that's how you can change out that image there. Now there are some other features that I will teach you pretty much after class. I'll show you how to make this one silver. So for this one, you just turn on black and white and it turns the gold to silver. We'll double click on photo 1. And here we can bring out, let's say we want to use our rose image here. And again, if my image is down too low, then I'd rather raise it up on this part of the document. Hit save, let it update. Okay, that's about the location that I would want it. And then let's go ahead and before I do all of that, I'm going to go ahead and save this variation so I can show you how many times you'll be able to flip this very, very quickly. Let me turn off the silver here. And then one quick way that you can go ahead and export this without using the magic version of the file, you can just right click and quick export as PNG. And I'm going to call this one fall football. That one's ready to go. And now I'm just going to quickly change that one out to the blue version. All right, so now I have my lady with the head wrap and the blue flowers, and this is giving a totally different look here. So I'm going to make this one go with the blue. So here again, I'm going to pick out my bow here. Let's see if I have a bow that kind of goes with this theme. And this one's giving me like a winter theme here. So I'll drag and drop this one. Yes to save. And see how my bows updated to the blue bows. Now I'll just go in. And for this one, I'm just really going to use color number 1. But I could choose like a darker or a standard blue. And maybe a darker or a lighter blue for my second color. I think I'm going to go with like a navy blue for the second color. So for color number 1, I'll duplicate this one. And grab one of my swatches for my standard blue there. And then for color number 2, I'll change that out for the navy blue. So I'm going to duplicate that layer. Make this one the navy blue. And for this one, I may want like a silver theme to it with the blue. So if that's the case, I can come down to where my gold layer is and just turn on the black and white. If I want to make it a darker or lighter silver or gold, then I can also use these levels here. I'm just going to make it like a lighter silver here. And I can tell that my medium blue is a little too light. So I'm going to turn off the light levels. That way I get my medium blue there. And for the very, very back layer, instead of the regular blue, I want to do our navy blue here. And I have to make sure that this black and white, apparently it got broken off. So make sure that the black and white layer has, and also this levels layer, has that same layer mask on it. And let's drag this down here below. There we go. So now it's clipped into here. There we go. So I have my navy blue and then I also have my royal blue there. All right, so that is another variation. We could keep going on and on just to show you some of the different bows that you all have access to. There's like a Halloween bow in there. There's pink Halloween. There's some ones that kind of represent some different party themes, as you can see here. Here's one that says Faith. That one's pretty cool. This one represents Snow White. So you can even do like the Disney characters without infringing on the Disney characters. So we went a little crazy with the bows, but I'm just showing you how you can create some really simple and fast scarf designs that can coordinate with your t-shirt designs. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and save this video and we'll get started in class. I have been notified that we have the wrong file online, so I'll go ahead and update it and save this one for you all so you can go ahead and download that one. But as far as the demo video, the demo is complete. Y'all, this is an easy one for you all to get an easy win. It looks very intricate and complicated, but I want you all to know that you can get this done very quickly and make a lot of different variations and then make this as a side item that you can upsell your t-shirts now. So this also helps you to sell to the ladies who maybe they're in football season. Is breast cancer awareness. You're also coming up on holidays. So this would be a great holiday personalized type of gift too. So some of the images that we developed have to do with birth flowers, birthstones, football teams, anything someone could personally love. You could absolutely take these and turn them. If someone really loves Ariel, this is a cool, fun, beautiful way to celebrate someone's interest without infringing on characters and doing some things that you don't want to get your Etsy store shut down or your Shopify store shut down over the holidays for. All right, so I'm just getting y'all ready for the holidays. Y'all, at the end of this month, we're gonna do a Black Friday we're doing a Black Friday challenge where we're getting you ready for the Christmas season, Black Friday season. I don't want there to be not one missed opportunity for you all to make sales for this holiday. So every single week leading up to this, we're going to be working on images and products that you can make for this holiday season. So keep on the lookout. I'll be showing you some of these flips on Freebie Friday as well, showing you some of the mock-ups. All right, so for those on the demo, I appreciate you. I love you dearly. And until next time, bye.